Well, the Shiv Sena led by Uddhav Thackeray will now support the candidature of the NDA presidential candidate Droupadi Murmu. This is a huge development that has taken place because remember, the Thackeray faction is in alliance with the Congress and the NCP. There is a Mahavikas Aghadi alliance sitting in the opposition currently, and Congress and NCP of course have extended support to Yashwant Sinha. What does this mean for the future of the Mahavikas Aghadi is the big question. Let's go right across to my colleague Abhishek Sharma, who's breaking all these details for us on NDTV. Abhishek, what are your sources telling you?
देखिए, जो इस समय जानकारी मिली है वो ये है कि जितने भी सांसद थे, जो एक बैठक हुई है पार्लियामेंट में, जो भी 18 लोग थे, वो 18 सांसद पहुंचे हुए थे और उनके साथ साथ राज्यसभा के सांसद भी पहुंचे हुए थे, जिसमें संजय राउत भी थे। उद्धव ठाकरे को इन्होंने कहा कि हम सबको एक आदिवासी महिला, ट्राइबल महिला हैं द्रौपदी मुर्मू, उनके सपोर्ट में खड़ा होना चाहिए। और ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने कभी इस तरीके से अपने स्टैंड को चेंज नहीं किया है। शिवसेना का कहना है कि जितने भी सांसद थे, चाहे वो उद्धव ठाकरे को सपोर्ट करने वाले हों, चाहे वो एकनाथ शिंदे को सपोर्ट करने वाले हों, उन लोगों ने सबने कहा कि हमने अपने स्टैंड प्रतिभा पाटिल के चुनाव के वक्त में भी चेंज किया था और प्रणब मुखर्जी के वक्त में भी चेंज किया था। हमने उस वक्त में कांग्रेस के जो उम्मीदवार थे उनका साथ दिया था, एनडीए में रहते हुए भी। तो ये चीजें हम इस समय क्यों नहीं कर सकते हैं? जो सबसे बड़ा चेंज हुआ है वो ये है कि उद्धव ठाकरे को जो सपोर्ट करने वाले सांसद हैं वो, और जो शिंदे को ग्रुप को सपोर्ट करने वाले सांसद हैं वो, दोनों ही एक प्लेटफॉर्म पर हैं। तो आप ये कह सकते हैं कि ये साइलेंट घर वापसी जैसी है जो इस वक्त में, इस चुनाव के वक्त में की है। इसका औपचारिक ऐलान नहीं करा जा रहा है, फॉर्मल अनाउंसमेंट नहीं किया जा रहा है। उसकी कई सारी वजह हैं, क्योंकि एक ह्यूमिलिएशन जिस तरीके से होगा फॉर्मल अनाउंसमेंट से, उससे बचना चाहते हैं। लेकिन कल सामना अखबार में इसको लेकर एक बाकायदा एडिटोरियल लिखा जाएगा। एडिटोरियल में बताया जाएगा कि किस तरीके से द्रौपदी मुर्मू को सपोर्ट किया जा रहा है, और जो सामना यानी कि उद्धव ठाकरे का माउथ पीस है इस समय, सामना शिवसेना पार्टी का माउथ पीस है, वो अपनी वजह बताएगा, अपने रीजंस बताएंगे कि किन हालात में उन्होंने तय किया है कि द्रौपदी मुर्मू को सपोर्ट करना चाहिए। लेकिन जो सबसे दिलचस्प बात है कि इसका असर क्या होगा एमवीए पर, महाविकास अघाड़ी पर। तो महाविकास अघाड़ी को लेकर अभी भी स्थिति साफ नहीं है, क्योंकि महाविकास अघाड़ी ने इसको लेकर कोई ज्वाइंट मीटिंग नहीं की थी अभी तक। उन्होंने मिलकर कभी ये नहीं कहा था। हाँ, शरद पवार और कमलनाथ की जरूर मुलाकात हुई थी, और वो भी उस वक्त में हुई थी जब दोनों पार्टियां महाराष्ट्र में सरकार बचाने को लेकर काम कर रही थी। उस समय पर प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शन को लेकर सिर्फ कांग्रेस और एनसीपी के बीच में बातचीत हुई थी। लेकिन उस फॉर्मल बातचीत में या इनफॉर्मल बातचीत में शिवसेना को कभी नहीं बुलाया गया था, और इन तीनों ने मिलकर कभी भी कोई प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके ये नहीं कहा था कि दे आर गोइंग टू सपोर्ट द्रौपदी मुर्मू और दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू सपोर्ट द्रौपदी मुर्मू। तो ये इस समय की जो स्थिति है उसमें ये है बिल्कुल साफ कि उद्धव ठाकरे के पास ऑप्शंस भी नहीं है। ये भी एक सच है, क्योंकि उनके अगर ये सांसद, इनमें से अगर कुछ सांसद टूट जाते हैं तो फिर क्या होता? तो एक बड़ी टूट पार्टी में दिखाई देगी, और ये जो प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शन है वो उस रीजन से अपनी पार्टी को नहीं टूटते देखना चाहते हैं उद्धव ठाकरे, कम से कम दिल्ली में। और इस जो मीटिंग थी इसमें 2 लोग नहीं आए हैं, भावना गुगली जो कि चीफ व्हिप हैं, जिनको हटा के अब बदल दिया गया है, और दूसरे एकनाथ शिंदे के बेटे श्रीकांत शिंदे, ये 2 लोग सांसद नहीं आए थे, बाकी तमाम सांसद आए थे। और इसमें ये कहा जा रहा है कि इसमें कोई सब लोगों ने एक सुर में बात की है, तो कोई ऑप्शन, कोई विकल्प नहीं बचा था उद्धव ठाकरे के पास कि वो उन तमाम सांसदों की बात मान जाए।
Abhishek Sharma, thanks very much for joining us with all those details. So very important 2-3 things that Abhishek is saying. One, of course, that there's not been any official announcement to the effect, because remember, it's going to be extremely embarrassing at the end of the day for Uddhav Thackeray. And B, from what Abhishek is learning from his sources, it does appear that Uddhav Thackeray at the moment is caught between a rock and a hard place. Can he really afford to upset the Shiv Sena MPs? Well, not at this point when the party is plagued with factionalism. Can he afford to, sever ties with the Mahavikas Aghadi, given the fact that the NCP and the Congress have supported Yashwant Sinha, will support Yashwant Sinha, the opposition's candidate? How does that dynamic now play out? So it is a tightrope walk for Uddhav Thackeray between his own MPs and his own allies at the moment. Let's get a word from Krishna Hegde, spokesperson and ex-MLA of the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena, and we have Mahesh Tapse, chief spokesperson of the NCP. Thank you both very much for joining us. Krishna Hegde, to you first, sources are indicating that you are all going to go ahead and support the NDA's presidential candidate Droupadi Murmu. How does this play out?
No, I think it is a welcome decision because Droupadi Murmu ji has her own profile. She's been a governor, on several occasions. She's a tribal woman, and there is always Shiv Sena has supported such candidates. We had also clearly said that if in case Sharad Pawar Sahab was the candidate, then we would support him, But since he was not the consensus candidate, and Yashwant Sinha ji was the candidate because Pawar Sahab had disagreed to contest, we looked at the profile of Droupadi Murmu ji and decided to support her. I would like to add what Abhishek, my friend, had already said, Abhishek Sharma. The thing is that, earlier also we have supported a woman candidate, which was, she was the first President of India, Honorable Srimati Pratibha Patil ji. And before that also we had broken ranks and supported Pranab Mukherjee, who was one of the great statesmen and Bharat Ratna of India. So this is not the first time that Shiv Sena has taken its own decision. Shiv Sena is known to take its own decision. And the MPs and Uddhav ji are in consensus with this. So what is wrong with that?
All right, but how does this play out in terms of your alliance with the Mahavikas Aghadi, given the fact that the NCP and the Congress, of course, are going to extend support to Yashwant Sinha? Mahesh Tapse, how are you looking at these developments?
Well, let me tell you here that the relation between NCP, the Shiv Sena and the Congress remain absolutely intact. We as NCP recognize Uddhav Thackeray-led faction as a real Shiv Sena. The Shiv Sena, which has been formed by late Balasaheb Thackeray, which is now with the Uddhav Thackeray-ji, is the Shiv Sena which we recognize as a real Shiv Sena. We are still awaiting the honorable directions from the Supreme Court as far as the formation of the constitutional bench and subsequent hearing for disqualification MLAs is concerned. And that judgment is going to be a landmark judgment because there is the 10th schedule of the constitution in place. And hence the entire country is looking towards this constitutional bench, which is going to give judgment or deliberate. And
no, but just to clarify, Mahesh Tapse, you're saying that you have no objection to the Shiv Sena supporting Droupadi Murmu, despite the fact that you're going to go ahead and support Yashwant Sinha?
No, NCP is part of the UPA. Yashwant Sinha ji is the official candidate named by the entire opposition. This new development of Shiv Sena supporting Droupadi Murmu ji has come in today, and officially there has been no official statement as far as the stand of the Shiv Sena is concerned. This is all we are hearing from the media. But yes,
no, but you just heard it from the spokesperson of the Shiv Sena as well, that this is a welcome move, that she is,
That's what I'm saying. As far as my information is there, all the MPs of the Shiv Sena have met their party president Uddhav Thackeray ji, and the decision whom to support for the presidential candidate now rests with Uddhav Thackeray ji.
But the decision has been made. How do you respond to the decision that has been made? Will you wait now for the official communication and only then respond?
No, I have been responding since morning. What I'm trying to say here is, like Krishna ji said just now, that in the past also when Pratibha Patil ji was the candidate of UPA, the Shiv Sena did vote for Pranab and Pratibha Patil. So if they have taken a decision, it's their party stand. However, we as MBA partners in the state of Maharashtra, we are fighting BJP and we stand with the Shiv Sena as far as expulsion of its rebel MLAs are concerned.
All right. So you are standing with the Shiv Sena irrespective of this decision. Krishna Hegde, what's changed in the last 24 hours for Uddhav Thackeray? Is it the fact that, the MPs meeting yesterday where they voiced, their demand to support Droupadi Murmu? Is that really what's been the turning point?
See, as you are aware that we are going through some churning in the party. We cannot dispute that fact. But having said that, Uddhav Sahib is a person who takes his own decision. And he has also, regarding the people who have left the party, we have said that you are members of our own family and you are always welcome to come back. You know, there are some people who have gone because of some pressures from agencies, government agencies. Some people have gone because of ministerial offers. Some people have gone for other reasons. But as a head of the family and as a Paksha Pramukh, he has firmly appealed to all of them to forget what has happened in the past. Whatever has to be repaired will be repaired, and he has asked them to come back. So now, when the member of parliaments have said that, I think Rahul Shewale ji has written a letter about supporting Droupadi Murmu ji. And Rahul Shewale ji is an important member of our party and also a senior member of parliament. And if he has written something to our leader, I'm sure that something has to be, considered, something has to be put into account. And therefore, Uddhav ji called a meeting. And when Uddhav ji called a meeting, there was a consensus on what has to be done. And Uddhav ji will take the final decision. And if he has taken a decision to support Droupadi Murmu ji, the entire party is with him. I don't think there is any, confusion within the rank of and file of the Shiv Sena.
Are you yet to talk to your allies about this? Because like Mr Thackeray is saying, they haven't officially heard anything from the Shiv Sena.
See, these are three different parties, firstly. But we are working as a Mahavikas Agadi under the Common Meeting Program. But there are several places where each party is also have to take their own decision for the benefit of each of their own parties. And at that stage, we always say that Uddhav ji will discuss first with the party members. He will also convey his decision to the MVA, other MVA partners.
All right. Krishna Hegde and Mahesh Thackeray, thank you both very much for joining us on all these political developments. So, at the moment, it does appear that the MVA is intact despite the fact that Uddhav Thackeray has decided to go ahead and support the NDA's presidential candidate, Droupadi Murmu. This after his own party MPs placed a demand that they want the Thackeray faction also to support Murmu's candidature. Yashwant Sinha at the moment is of course going to be receiving that support from the opposition, which is the NCP and the Congress, but the MVA clearly a divided house as far as the presidential election is concerned.